Meanwhile, Netflix is reporting negative subscriber growth for the first time in a decade. The streaming giant said on Tuesday it lost 200,000 subscribers during the first quarter. Investors expected Netflix to add 2.5 million subscribers in the first quarter, but after they reportedly started losing subscribers, Netflix shares sank 35%. The streaming company has lost now $200 billion in market cap since January. On the earnings call, co-CEO Reed Hastings pointed to password sharing, inflation, and increasing competition for the disappointing results. Netflix said it is considering adding a cheaper ad-supported version now of the service.
In concerning news for law students at the University of Miami, the Miami Hurricane reports that UM School of Law saw a heavy drop in the passing rate for the bar exam. According to the Hurricane, the Florida Board of Bar Examiners has reported that UM's law passing rate dropped 22 percentage points in February of this year, from 82.5% to 62.5% from February 2021. The Hurricane reports that the university says it is planning to give more resources to the law students, including panels, workshops, and prep programs.
Every year, sororities across the nation raise money and awareness for various causes, and one sorority here at UM is taking small donations in order to make a big impact at one local elementary school. The Mu Nu chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho met Wednesday afternoon for its annual school supply drive named Operation Big Book Bag. Members of the sorority met in the University Center breezeway to collect school supplies that will then be donated to Shadow Lawn Elementary School in Little Haiti. And for one member of the sorority, seeing the impact of last year's donations inspired her to recreate that impact once again.
When I made the donation, just seeing the kids' face light up, seeing all of the administration's faces light up from all of the donation supplies that we made, it really meant the world to me, and I definitely want to do it again this year.
Arnold says that Operation Big Book Bag donated about $350 worth of items last year and hopes to surpass that mark this year, all in effort to make a positive impact on children in need and support their early education.
April is Earth Month, culminating in Earth Day tomorrow, and one eco-agency on campus has been trying to raise awareness about the importance of preserving the environment. UMTV reporter Brendan Riley tells us more about the agency's celebration of Arbor Day.
For the 7th year in a row, the University of Miami's campus was recognized as a Tree Campus USA. Tree Campus USA is an award given to campuses across the country, not just for having trees on campus, but meeting certain requirements.
The requirement is to have a tree care plan, so a document by which we obey to take care of our trees the right way, to plant them the right way, to care for them the right way. And we have a committee, we have activities, educational activities, and we have a celebration every year.
And on Monday, a celebration was held in honor of Arbor Day, sponsored by Eco Agency and the Gifford Arboretum.
The Arbor Day is the celebration of the good things that we do for our trees. Arbor Day should be every day. You know, we tend to forget we need trees to survive. That's pretty simple. So more trees we plant, the better.
The event included a tour of edible trees in the Gifford Arboretum and music from the band Resident Moon from the Frost School of Music. The tour of the Arboretum highlighted the nature on the campus of the University of Miami, something that many students often seem to miss.
The truth is the Arboretum is open 24/7, so even at night it's a beautiful place to be. It's true, it's a little far away from everything. It's at the north belt shape of the campus, behind the night physics building. It's a jewel, honestly.
The Arboretum also features a sustainability garden, one that students can use and learn from.
Also something that we invite people to come, the students, they need to know about this, because I know a lot of people are talking about urban gardening. We have one right here. We compost, we do the real deal is there.
For Eco Agency and UM Sustainability, the goal is to have more students join next year to help out in the Arboretum and have UM's campus be recognized for the 8th straight year.
Riley reporting, and Earth Week was marked across all UM campuses, including the Rosenstiel School of Marine and Atmospheric Science on Biscayne Key. The Marine Science Graduate Student Organization hosted a beach cleanup called Sustainability at Sunset.
On this campus, we're all environmentalists. We all care about clean coastlines and the ocean and keeping our beaches clean. We wanted to link kind of our values with the campus and try to make this place as clean as possible.
Prizes were awarded for the strangest item and the largest item found. The winners found a mini skateboard and a surprisingly long plastic tube, but leaving the beach better than they found it was a real prize, Claire. And also, you know, speaking of the beach, I'm not the best swimmer, but I could really use a swim right now.
Well, I'm a little chilly in the studio, not gonna lie. It feels like it's 50 degrees, but maybe it'll be warmer this weekend. Kate, should I be heading to the beach this weekend? What's the weather looking like?
Well, there is a chance for you to head to the beach this weekend. Right now, actually, though, it is 78 degrees. We have a northeast wind coming in at 14 miles an hour, so nice and breezy. And the dew point's down to 64, so not too humid. However, there have been a few showers, which we're going to take a look at here on the radar. As you can see, this eastward wind is bringing in some showers to the Miami area. We have entered the rainy season, so we are going to get those showers more often now. And we're going to actually take a look at the Plains region, and there's going to be some severe weather over there tomorrow, with Nebraska to North Texas actually experiencing an enhanced risk. So definitely, if you know someone in that area, tell them to look out for the possibility of severe storms. Now, moving into the radar for this area, as you can see, there is some mixed precipitation. There is some rain, there is some snow, and that's just going to keep building over the next couple days, actually. And it's going to keep moving eastward and northward, and it's going to push through the weekend, and that will lead us into our area. Actually, we are seeing a high pressure system that is going to remain in the east coast dominating, and the circulation from that is bringing our eastward wind that is bringing us a lot of the precipitation we're going to see throughout the weekend. Again, those light showers that we're all used to in the Florida summer. Now, moving into our beach forecast, we do have a chance to get out there. It could be very nice. Again, UV index of 10, so it's a good time to catch some sun as long as you wear that sunscreen. Now, there is a rain chance of 30%, so your day might get cut a little bit short, but overall, it should be a good chance to get out this weekend. Now, looking at tonight, it's going to be partially cloudy and breezy with a temperature of 72 degrees, and tomorrow we're going to see those showers start to show up. It'll be breezy again with a temperature around 80 degrees. And then looking into our 7-day forecast, you can see that there is a lot of rain around me. It's going to go from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday. There is a chance on Tuesday and Wednesday it could clear up a little bit and then come back on Thursday. We're going to have some pretty constant highs in the low 80s, and we're going to have some lows in the low 70s. So overall, some showers to look forward to this week if you need that refresher. That is all the time we have for today. Now headed over to sports.
Thank you, Kate. Hey there, I'm sports anchor Blake Atwell, and don't go anywhere because after the break, I'll dive into Miami Heat basketball, Canes baseball, and much more. Plus, we'll be live from the Miami Athletics Hall of Fame induction ceremony. NewsVision will be right back.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Okay, Simon, what do people wear?
Clothes.
That's right, so it's important to learn how to dress yourself. Here's how it's done. Shirt, underwear, pants, socks, shoes. Underwear, always first, name tag on the back. Then pants and shirt. Go ahead and put this on. Now with the shirt, you want to make sure the first button's right or you have to start all over again, okay? Socks left on left, right on right. Tying the shoes, we're going to take the laces, we're going to cross them over, we're going to turn around where the bunny goes down in the hole, pull it tight, and bunny ears. Got it?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Welcome to sports. I'm Blake Atwell. The NBA playoffs are here, and the Miami Heat are off to a blazing hot start. Top-seeded Miami has a 2-0 lead over the 8th-seeded Atlanta Hawks. The Heat beat the Hawks 115-105 on Tuesday in Game 2 behind 45 points from Jimmy Butler. Butler scored from everywhere on the court, slamming dunks and splashing jumpers. He shot 15 of 25 from the floor and 4 of 7 from three-point range. His 45 points are the most he has scored in a playoff game. With this Game 2 win, Miami is now 8-1 in its last 9 games. The Heat travel to Atlanta for the next 2 games. Game 3 tips off tomorrow night at 7, and Game 4 is scheduled for Sunday night. Baseball is in full swing, and the Canes are rolling. Miami is ranked number 5 in the Baseball America poll and has won 2 games in a row. UM took down Bethune-Cookman in its last game by a final score of 9-0. Right-hander Jake Garland gave Miami its second shutout of the season. The Canes smashed 13 hits and scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Miami improved to 29-8 with the win. Next up for the Canes, a series against ACC foe Pittsburgh at Mark Light Field. The series starts tomorrow night with first pitch set for 7 p.m. Sticking with the Canes, both the men's and women's tennis teams are competing in the ACC tournament this week. The men's team played against Georgia Tech today, while the women's team will take the court tomorrow night. The men finished the regular season on a 2-game winning streak, but struggled in their doubles match against Georgia Tech earlier this afternoon. Miami lost by a final score of 4-1. On the women's side, UM won its last 3 games of the regular season and finished with a 16-4 overall record. Miami's success granted them a first-round bye and the number 3 seed in the ACC tournament. The Canes left campus this morning and will take the court for the first time tomorrow night at 6 p.m. They will play either Boston College, Louisville, or Georgia Tech. Now, moving on from current Miami athletes to some former Canes. It is a special night for UM Athletics as the annual Hall of Fame induction ceremony is being held right now near the Miami airport. UMTV reporter Regina Potenza is live at the ceremony and joins us now. Regina, what can you tell us?
Thanks, guys. I'm live at DoubleTree at the Miami International Airport, where the University of Miami is holding their 52nd annual Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Now, there are over 500 people here tonight, and that is because the class of 2020 could not hold their celebration due to the COVID-19 pandemic, so they are combining with the class of 2022. 18 inductees are here, 4 are not here due to still playing in professional leagues. I spoke with Jay Brophy. He was a former Miami Dolphins player who was the only All-American on the 1983 football team under Howard Schnellenberger, started the football reign into the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Also here, Lauren Carrico, a former track and field Olympian, DJ Williams, a former Broncos player, and I saw Katie Meyer walking around. The ceremony is about to start, so for UMTV, I'm Regina Potenza.
Thank you, Regina. Now, one key to a Canes athlete making it to that Hall of Fame ceremony is health. And physical health is not the only important factor. UMTV reporter Jacqueline Mara takes a closer look at how Miami players deal with the ups and downs of being a college athlete.
Thanks, guys. I'm here outside the Hecht Athletic Center where nearly 400 student athletes walk in each morning for training, practice, lifts, team meetings, you name it. But what really goes on behind the walls of this building is a lot more than I think you might guess.
Being a student athlete at a place like the University of Miami is a major accomplishment. Student athletes are success stories, champions, admired for their athleticism and strength. Student athletes seem to have it all, until they don't. One reason for this dramatic shift is injury, but the physical side of an injury is just half the battle. Tiana Omazic is a volleyball player at UM, but she has not played the sport she loves in nearly 2 years because of knee injuries.
You get something that you love so much stripped away from you in just a matter of a second.
She says that the mental challenges of injury have been the hardest part by far, and that the culture of college sports tells student athletes that pain is weakness.
I feel like as student athletes, I feel like we're kind of built to just suck it up and to bottle up our emotions.
Tiana says she was severely depressed after her injuries, but no one could see.
I just feel like people don't understand what it's like, for starters, to be a student athlete and to go through something so life-changing.
UM baseball player Mikey Rosario has also suffered multiple serious injuries.
You spend a lot of time by yourself, like when things like this happen, so dealing with those kind of demons and stuff is kind of hard.
Athletes like Tiana and Mikey are why UM sports psychologist Dr. Eric Goldstein decided to start a monthly support group for injured student athletes.
More and more of the student athletes I began talking to, and the ones I'd worked with previously, oftentimes shared with me the struggle that they had, not in coming to the training room and doing all the difficult rehabs, but how much it affected them emotionally.
According to Goldstein, about 1 in 4 student athletes face a diagnosable mental health condition.
A lot of the athletes get to say things they probably never said before, and it just feels good to them.
Goldstein says asking for help is not a weakness.
instead of seeking out the help that I should have, I tried to handle it myself. And I think that that's where I got myself in a bigger hole.
And that continuing the dialogue about mental health and college sports will end the stigma.
Be able to open up to someone, I think it's pretty hard for a lot of us, but it's also great when we do and we notice a lot of change in ourselves.
As athletes here at the University of Miami and across the country start to speak out about mental health issues, the stigma begins to weaken. The next injured student-athlete meeting here at UM will be held next month with a finalized date not yet specified.
That was Jacqueline Marr reporting, and also happy birthday, Blake. And coming up next on NewsVision, find out about one UM student who found inspiration close to home to commit to a healthier lifestyle. Plus, stick around after tonight's show to watch the season finale of UM's sketch comedy show, Off the Wire. The show starts at 8:30, so be sure to tune in. We'll be right back.
A simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry, I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Thank you for staying with NewsVision. By this time of the year, most people have given up on their New Year's resolution, but as Isabel Eisenberg tells us, one UM student has stayed strong with hers for the past 5 years.
Same girl, different mindset. Exercise and physiology major Peyton Buer started her health and wellness journey back in January of 2018. Her New Year's resolution was to take better care of her body. And she not only stuck with it, but also discovered making nutritious meals and working out helped not only her physical health, but also her mental health. Peyton started her fitness journey mainly focusing on cardio, but since then has found a love for strength training.
When I started going into the weight section, that was in 2020, and I definitely noticed it was very few girls, and it was more so the weights were for guys and the cardio was for girls. With this becoming stronger and growing physically and mentally, there are people who say that muscles don't belong on girls. I don't know when strength became associated specifically with masculinity.
Peyton opened her own health and wellness account in 2020, where she shares her strength training workouts along with recipes and her own personal journey.
Part of my social media account is all about becoming a stronger version of yourself rather than just shrinking yourself down to be the smallest version you can. It has encouraged more girls to go after strength and becoming stronger and not just being afraid of intimidation.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Peyton's mom is a professional trainer, and following in her mother's footsteps, Peyton became a certified trainer over the summer. Her mom is not only her inspiration, but also her biggest fan.
To see her feeling good and just keep growing in her interest in helping other people. She'll tell me about people at the gym and people that she doesn't know online. It's amazing because that's what we do.
When I stopped focusing on other people's journeys, who was making more progress, and I started focusing on my own progress today compared to yesterday, that was when I was able to make the most progress physically and mentally.
You can follow Peyton's health and wellness account on Instagram at healthbypay. For UMTV, I'm Isabel Eisenberg.
We're on 2, 3. Man, a beautiful story. Beautiful story right there. Really inspiring stuff by Peyton.
Yeah, it makes me want to go to the gym, but on the way to the gym, there's kind of a distraction, the dining hall.
The dining hall,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, sometimes the cookies, the Cocoa Puffs, they get to you a little bit.
They have all kinds of cereal. That dining hall, I mean, pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's not for everyone though, but thank you for joining us tonight.
We will be back next week at a special time, 6:30 p.m. for the hour-long final edition of NewsVision for the semester. Until then, have a great night.